and welcome to our look at the Spanish port of Vigo. We visited the port of Vigo in October 2023 when we had a late change to our schedule, as the original itinerary for our journey had us calling into Lexois near Porto rather than Vigo. The chance to visit Porto had been one of the big reasons for booking the trip we did, and that could easily have spoilt our day in Vigo, but thankfully it didn't, as the port had everything we look for. For a start, you dock with an easy walk at the town centre, and you can simply walk from your ship to the Vigo main shopping area without the need for any shuttles. The city also has plenty to offer for those wanting to go off and explore on their own, and that is exactly what we did as we walked on the seafront, through the main boulevard, up the ever so useful travelators to the top of the hill and the city's fortress of El Castro. From there it was a straight walk down the hill, through the city's main shopping district before the short stroll back to the marina to the cruise terminal. Short days where you can just walk off the ship, see what you come across, and spend time with locals are really what make cruising so great for us, and in Vigo, you can do just that. In this video, we look at what we believe are the most important aspects of a cruise port of call, including the attractions on offer, the excursions that can be taken from the port, the facilities of the port, the transportation offered for getting around, the port's location, and also the range of cruise lines that visit there. If that sounds of interest to you, why not give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and why not let us know your thoughts on Vigo in the comments below. My name is Darren, and this is our review and rating for the cruise port of Vigo. It is fair to say that Vigo, as a relatively new industrial city, doesn't have the historical sites or modern attractions of other ports in the region, but it does have a charm of its own and plenty still to offer. For many it is simply strolling around the Casco Velho, the historic centre of the city, where you can enjoy a bit of shopping, enjoy a local delicacy, before making your way up the hill to the ruins of the Celtic Castro and the Castro Fortress, and that is all it takes to make for an enjoyable day ashore. As a port that is often the first or last port of call on itineraries to and from the UK, many use the city as a chance to do their holiday shopping, buy gifts for others and mementos for themselves. To do that, the modern centre area of Porto del Sol, Policarpo Sands and Almeida, and the shopping streets of Principe and Uzay is where to head, although there is a large shopping centre right next to the cruise terminal for any last minute grabs. If culture is more to your liking, the area is home to a number of museums, including those dedicated to the environment, the sea, contemporary art, language and photography, whilst the Teatro Garcia Barbon is one of the most beautiful buildings in the city. There are a number of Romanesque architecture buildings that can be spotted throughout the city, including the Santa Maria de Castrelos, the Santiago de Bembrive and the San Salvador de Cruxo churches. The north of Spain is often not as warm and dry as the southern coast, so a day at the beach may not be the top choice for everybody. But if you are wanting to do that, and you're there on one of the sunnier days, there are a number of beaches to choose from, including the likes of Agatzada, Candido, Punta, Rodas and Samil beaches, and these all have blue flags. So when it comes to attractions, it can only be a maximum of 6 out of 10. When it comes to shore excursions, there are a number of choices, although a lot of them are just simply to make it easier to visit the city's attractions and to get up to the top of the hill, including the city's fort, and the other military historical sites that are around the region. But there is one standout excursion and one that is always the most popular, and that is a day visit to Santiago de Compostela. The historic city and Christian pilgrim site is around an hour away and offers lots to see and do. So whilst there's not a huge choice, with the one standout excursion, we give it a 7 out of 10. The cruise port of Vigo is well equipped for every type of visit, as it can handle 2 large ships or 4 small ships, and they can be either home porting, interporting, or simply calling in there as a port of call. There is a large terminal building with basic facilities, but as it's only a short walk to the town centre, it has everything you need. So with that in mind, we give the facilities of the port a 6.5 out of 10. Getting around the city is relatively straightforward enough to do on foot, with most attractions within walking distance of the central cruise port. But if you do want to do some exploring of the region on your own, you are a bit more limited. There is the chance to take a ferry service to the towns of Cangas and Moana, or to the beautiful Seas Islands, which are part of the Atlantic Islands of the Galicia National Park. In truth, it's not the easiest place to get around, and with no mass metro system, we can only give it a 5 out of 10. The Spanish city of Vigo sits in the northwest of the Iberian Peninsula, in the Galicia region, where it is located at the far western edge of the north of the country, and that makes it a popular cruise port of call for ships heading further south to the Canary Islands or for those heading to the Mediterranean. Whilst itineraries taking the best of Iberia will also call in there. One of the big positives of the city is the location of its cruise terminal, which is just a short stroll from the main town centre and offers easy access to the city's seafront, full of shops, bars, a marina and beaches. The modern cruise port terminal makes boarding and exiting your ship straightforward, and with its central location, it is easy to explore all that Vigo has to offer. So in terms of the port's location and the cities, we give it a 9 out of 10. Vigo is one of the most popular cruise ports on itineraries out of the UK, and with a wide range of lines offering the opportunity to visit the city on the cruise of the Med or the Canary Islands, and some also offering transatlantic cruises from or to the USA or the Caribbean. It doesn't matter which cruise line you prefer sailing on, the chances are they will visit there at least once every cruise season. So with that in mind, we have to give Vigo an 8.5 out of 10 when it comes to the choice of cruise lines available. So there you have our review of the Port of Vigo and all of our different ratings, which gives an overall rating of 7 out of 10, which is about right for a port such as Vigo. So all that remains to be said is thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our rating review for the port city of Vigo in Spain, and see you next time.